come back now. And I feel like the network is good, so but let me check.
Yeah, it's kind of good because it's more clear.
Yeah.
It's not clear. But we see the
Shout out to the voices twins. Let me see.
Hi guys, thank you so much for joining our live. Okay, because day 2 was glitching.
Yeah.
This is day 3. So day 3. Okay.
I think it's okay.
It's
Even though
okay.
it's not like clear,
Clear.
it's still glitching,
Glitching.
but it's not like
That bad.
that bad. Hi
Guys.
guys.
Okay, I think
Okay.
it's more.
So let's see first. Okay.
It's still glitching, but see, okay.
It's still okay. When the network is not good, okay, the network is good now. Maybe it's showing the reaction here.
Hi, so this is the
Three of being consistent.
Like we're gonna be coming on live
every day.
Yeah,
Every day.
We can come
We might
twice
come
in a day.
twice or thrice, depending on maybe I want to eat, or maybe when we have something exciting. So we want to be consistent on our form video.
Yeah.
Why are you not talking?
You're talking, I don't want to interrupt you.
Okay. We want to be consistent, and I feel like maybe because we're not consistent, I won't say lose. Think we are not going to come on live again.
Yeah.
So now we want to be consistent on live, and we want to be consistent on our long form videos, and we're going to do that. Yesterday we came on live. We spent around I think 30 to 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And thanks to
Arctic Six Adventures. He really stayed with us for some while, and we chatted, we talk, and everything like that. So
we're just gonna be consistent, to gain our own community, like I feel like we just need people like that love who we are.
yeah,
I think is what we always say will come on life.
yeah.
But this time we're gonna be consistent for 1 month straight, like to see, depending on how we feel, we can come like.
I feel like maybe when we're coming on, we'll not be writing like the 3 or the 4. Maybe we just find a topic that we can talk about.
Okay.
So regardless of, we feel like maybe some people, even after we ended the live, they can watch it and watch it over instead of waiting for people to join before we started any topic.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that maybe we should talk about, the inside world of twins that we said we were going to talk about, and I feel like that would be a good topics, and I feel like we'll not get bored of that.
Yeah.
Instead of waiting until people join the
as
live.
me and you, we actually have like, we do talk, have discussion.
Exactly.
We won't even look like, we'll join or wouldn't join. We'll just keep talking, and maybe anytime we'll like, okay, maybe it's for 5 minutes, 30 minutes that we're gonna stay, just to have that discussion, and depending on how we're tired, we can just.
Exactly. So what should we talk about today?
We can talk about what is like being a twin.
Okay.
So just talk randomly.
So definitely after we ended this video, we're going to change the title to what is like being a twin.
Yeah.
So I think you should go first.
To
What's
me,
like being a twin?
me, I think I've never imagined myself being a single person. Sometimes, it's in the middle of the night right now.
In the middle of the night right now, and it's very silent.
Very quiet.
It's very, very quiet too. I feel like the time is almost 1 a.m.
Yeah.
right now.
This 12:55.
Yeah. So the time is almost 1 a.m. So that's what I'm telling her to like quiet down her voice because we don't have electricity. That's what we said yesterday.
Yeah.
So because of that, people can hear whatever we're saying outside. So that's right.
So we don't use our own to disturb the neighbor. I feel like to me, I've never, some people feel like, oh, have you ever wished you have never been a twin, or have you ever think or have that thought? I've never had a thought of never been a twin. No matter we have. So check it again, like is the network okay? Again, like is the network okay?
I don't know if it's this one. Okay. I want to see who's going to talk. I can see now that it's more clearer.
Yeah. Oh, someone give it a thumb up. Maybe it's you.
No,
Or sometimes might be
a glitch. Okay, I think someone joined. Hi. Okay, they left already. So
have you ever had the thought of like?
I feel like when we're little, I don't really know about I've not really know the importance of us being twins. like twin when we're little. I just know that they said, oh, you guys are twins.
I
But
think
like
I
the
know.
more we grow up, like I'm not saying that we don't know, they should just say twins. It's just like when you're little, you don't know anything. Like you can't, they will just say that this is a mom and this is that. You don't know the importance of the parents until the more you start growing up, the more you start having memory. So I feel like when we're little, when they say we're twins, I'm just like, oh, yeah, we are sisters. They just say, oh, they give birth to you on the same day, blah, blah, stuff. But I feel like the more we start growing up, the more we started knowing the importance of, oh, I feel like we're kind of special in a
Yeah.
way, different from other people because I'm like, oh, we have cousins, siblings, and they give birth to them only. For me and you, I feel like when we started getting the importance is, oh, you're going to share your birthday on the same day, you're doing your birthday on the same day, things like, oh, you look alike. Those kind of things are what like made me feel like, oh my god, I think we are ready to it. But like to get to know the importance of, oh my god, this is having your inbuilt best friend. I'll be like maybe when we started having like maybe 7, 6, I started having that important of, oh, nobody can know me like you, like that's important. Like, oh my god, so
I feel
this is
like
my person. But
yeah.
when I'm little, I don't know anything. I don't have the memory. I only know that they are just telling me that you're my twin. Like you don't have the memory. Like, can you tell them whatever you did when you were still like 4, 5?
I think I still have a memory. Like I feel like I quickly, should I say no or new? Like when we're like around 5, 6, yeah. I have the memory of us being twin. Like I could remember that was the time that we have the end of the year party. I think I've told your mom about it then. Then we're seeing like pre-nursery schools. I told them we're having end of the year party. I told that what they taught us, like all the choreography that you do like the end of the year party,
Yeah.
like you were there. I cried. What I was crying. Mostly, let me be sincere. I could remember that vividly. Now that then it was about like all these Muslims that I'm in the gym, all this Islamic stuff. So when it was about the time for us to go on stage, I think your mom has not arrived yet. Our mom has not arrived yet. So I was like, let me go and call our mom in disguise because I've forgotten my own part. You understand? So by the time we came back, you have already reset your own. Let me say they are already through that category. I was crying because then I was like, oh my god, oh Kenny read her own, and me, I was unable to, even though I know anything like that, even if I was on the stage, I will not be able to do anything. So it made me know the part of like, just because you do something when we're young, I always want to do it as well. And I feel like the way I know the important is that when you go through something, I kind of feel it like I'm the one going through it. You don't understand? I'm not saying if my cousin, my mom, or our younger siblings go through it, it's not like I don't feel it, but the way you feel things, okay, maybe someone make you mad. I get mad,
That's what
even
I'm
though it wasn't in
that's what
my,
I'm saying.
it
Like
wasn't in my,
that's what I'm saying that it's just like when they say you appreciate something more. When you're
yeah,
little, not like as if you don't appreciate it, but you don't really know the
no,
importance of it. That's what I'm trying to bring out. I'm not saying like, oh, I didn't know that we are twins, but I'm not saying that like now, if they ask you that, oh, in the next life, do you want to do without a second doubt, to be like yes.
yes,
But when I still little, the importance of it has not really like
like
come.
clicking because we still have
Yeah, because we are still little. That's what I'm trying to bring out. Like I feel like you are not really
and what
getting
I'm
my
saying is
point.
that you don't understand. So what I'm
I'm not
saying,
saying that I didn't know that we're twin. I know that we did everything together. But what I'm saying is that like
and the
when you
importance,
when
I'm
you
telling,
grow up, when you have that like, oh my god, like this is my home person. Not like we don't know each other at when. I'm not saying that we don't know. I knew right from the start that we are not individual when we like. That's why I said we know we share the same body. But the more you started growing, that's why I said like around 7, 8, I started knowing that, oh my god, we are kind of special in our own way. Not like the others are not like, for example, if you have something, I can quickly share it with you. But the other siblings can't quickly go and share it with another person. Not like they can't share it with that person, but like, having that person that I see it like as if you are being removed, even though it's kind of hypothetical. But I feel like it's feel like as if you're being removed from my rib. Whereby I feel like you're like I wouldn't want to call it shadow, but like something like I feel like my reflection. But when you're still little, you're just
that's what I'm telling
they
that
still
that
direct
is just
you.
your own experience. Maybe something that went since we are little, I already know the importance like of like having you. That's why I use that
All
as
right, let
an
me just
example. Like I'm
okay,
not talking about like I'm talking like I have that there's some things that okay, look,
of
there's
course.
there's something about like what I say when we're young that can you remember the day that you feel like you're on health? Like do you have the memory? Also like, oh, that when we are young, like let me say when we're like months, 1 year, 2 years, can you really remember like oh my god, truly I'm in this world? You don't think you don't know, but you have one particular time. Then you're like, oh my God, I'm in this world. I have the moment with me. So I have that moment. I'm not saying that I have know the depth of it. What I'm trying to say is that I've already had that moment that looking back at it now, then I may not really know that that's what I'm trying to say. You don't understand what I'm saying? But now I was like, oh my god, then that means what I did then was because I know the importance of having a twin sister.
Yeah.
You understand? So that's what I'm talking about. Your face looks somehow maybe because of the
Yeah, I'm about to sneeze.
yeah. Apart from the sneezing, your face look kind of dull.
Done.
Yeah, look kind of dull. Yeah, dull. Um, you know, I'm just happy that I have you, even though sometimes you are just like an headache to me. Yeah. I'm like you're just an headache. Like sometimes you get on my nerves, but it's still the best thing that ever happened to me. Most of the time whenever we have a fight and I start thinking like, oh my god, this girl, oh god, why is she like this? Whenever we like reconcile,
I feel
I'm
like
just like, oh my god,
like I'm
I
saying,
wish.
like I was saying, like the more you grow up, the more you tend to know the depth of everything. Like, oh my god, this is my person. Not like you don't know this is the person when you're little, but when you grow up, that's when you're like, oh my god, now this is my person. And it makes me feel like sometimes we have the silliest fights about things that does not even make sense. But during that time, it looked like it's a very serious fight. But how can you tell people outside that you're fighting because like you take a lot of space on the bed? Or because it's like this? Just silliest fight. But then I feel like it's the day that I was like, oh my god, we are kind of codependent on each other. Was the day that our neighbor, you have to go and stay with her in the hospital, and I was like, oh my god. At that moment, it felt like my soul was taken away from me.
That's exactly what I was
Like I was
telling
like,
you about the importance you're talking about. Do you know that you? I'm not saying you don't know. Okay, look, when we answered the question on one of our YouTube channel about like, are we is it co-independent? No. Is it the question about like, can we live without each other? There's a question related to that. Do you know that it has happened to me when we were young? That day you have to go stay with our grandma. Then we're still living with our mom and her sister. Do you
stay
remember
with our grandma.
when she was still alive that you went, the big mommy sent you
Okay, yeah,
to
yeah, yeah, yeah.
do you know that was when I knew that we have that co-independent, like you don't understand what I'm saying? Like then when you left, it was as if like you went with me. Even though you don't went with me physically, it was as if you went like with my body. It was
Even I
as if
didn't go with you
half part of
physically.
me
So that's
was that was why you remember when you came back, they were telling that they gave me a drink
drink like
that
so
I poured
that
it
yeah.
away, so that I was moody. Like it was look then, that's why I was saying that then I started reading, oh my god. But when we grow up, I think to know the more important of it
That's what I'm
then.
saying. That's what I'm saying. Maybe you're just not getting my point then. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying I didn't know, but what I'm saying is that when you're growing up, look now, if you give birth to twins, when they're still little, yeah, you just let them know this is your sister, this is your sister. They don't really know the importance yet because their brain has not been functionalized. That's why, God forbid bad thing, I'm not talking God forbid bad thing. If a 3 years old or 4 years old is being adopted by parents, if not for maybe a traumatic, it's very hard for that 3 years old or 4 years old to be able to grasp why he or she's been adopted. That's what I'm trying to say.
Through like a
But the more you grow up, the more you tend to okay, be looking when our mom, when we're still little, all we know is to depend on them to eat. And we don't still know the importance of parents. But the more we started growing up, all those memory then that we take so little started coming back and we're like, oh my god, these are what our parents have sacrificed for us. Not like you didn't know that they sacrificed for you then, but you just don't know the importance of it then, like when you're more grown up. Okay, be looking when we normally tell our mom that sometimes when she's thinking of what we're going to eat, like be like, oh, not like we didn't know that she's thinking, but it was when we grew up that we knew the importance of it. Does that mean we didn't know it then? We know it then too. So that's what I'm saying. Like the more we grow up, the more like I cherish it more. Like oh my god, this is my home person and stuff like that. And but when I asked her what's it been like being twins, I would just say like it's kind of crazy sometimes because I would look at her and say, anything I want to say, you already know it.
yeah.
Anything I want to say, you already know it. Even though sometimes I feel like when we were like 23, I was like, maybe we have different opinions. But then I realized that we didn't even have different opinions. When we argue serious thing. But I realized that if someone asks us a question outside, we tend to say the same
You,
thing.
you don't even understand. Do you know that what you said? I wanted to admire that. Do you know that? Okay, most of the time when we have arguments inside, I think like why are we having different opinion on this topic? You understand? On something, but when it's outside and someone is saying something, I notice that that thing will not only sit right with you alone. Like one person said,
If that thing doesn't sit right
right
with
with
one
you,
of us, it's not going to
who
sit right
side
with
with
both of
me?
us.
As not
And if that
because
thing sits right with one of us, it's going to sit right with both of us. And you
exactly.
can see, sometimes I do type of time. For example, if you're not there, if someone asks me a question, definitely it's still going to be the
The same
same thing
answer.
answer that you're going to give to that person. And I feel like maybe when we're inside, we try to. I feel like it's actually good. I feel like now that we are grown, like past over what, so it made me just realize one thing, that when we're inside, I would always think, oh, why are we not having the same opinion? I feel like it's good because there's no way discussion is going to bring sprout out of it. Like, for example, I said, oh, I think this part should be red, and you just say, yes, it should be red. We are not going to see anything to talk about. But if I say, I feel like it should be red and yellow, and I'm like, no, why should it be red? I feel like that's what
I feel
sparked
like
like
you know,
interesting
but you
conversation
know that
between us.
most
But
of
not like as if we disagreed
but
about
you
it.
know most of the time we always have the same opinion. It's just the way we put it down that is different. You don't
Exactly.
understand. Look, for instance, I can tell you that this lipstick, this lipstick, I can actually put it like this. You actually wanted to, sorry, you actually wanted to agree on it, but the way you take it will be different. You might say, is it compulsory? Is from the back. It's supposed to be from the front like this. And I feel like, sorry. And I feel like most of the time, just because, sorry. And I feel like most of the time, just because we are like, sorry, we're like two
Oh my gosh,
bosses. Sorry.
I'm still having that code.
Sorry.
Until that sneeze is not.
Sorry. And I feel like just because we are like two bosses, most of the time, we don't want to like
I'll be
agree.
like, you have to agree with my own opinion. And
Exactly.
you'll be like, no, you have to agree with mine.
Exactly. I feel like that's
But
what.
it's just so crazy because when it comes to like our daily life, we don't even have that kind of argument.
Yeah.
You know, it's like when we want to put on the same dress,
We'll
we
never
don't
have
have. When we want to do
That's why I said
something that has to
that's
do
the
with the
reason why,
lives of
just like
people.
because we are like two boss, you understand?
Yeah.
We always want to make it like, oh, even though we are, okay, look, most of the argument, we later come to a conclusion, and it's not as if like you settle because of what I said, or I said because of it's because we both agree
Exactly.
on it. So I feel like in the beginning, just because we always have that kind of no, you have to follow what I said. Oh, you have to agree with my own point. But you don't just always crazy like you said that it's only when we're having this like most of the time when I look back on what we are agreeing on, it's kind of like the silliest things. Like it doesn't even make sense. Imagine fighting or like you start down where I started off before you post or something, you don't understand. But when it comes to like outside, like okay, there was something that I was smiling at. There was a day that we were having like discussion with our mom, and she said something, and instantly me and face went to the same mode, and we're just like, you understand, like I understand. And if it's someone outside, I've never seen when we're outside and I agree with someone and you disagree, or
let's say we
disagree
were
with
just trying to
someone,
joke.
or we're trying to joke. No, no, I'm talking about like normal conversation.
No.
It is never because I feel like we both think the same way. So right now that we're grown up, I used to know truly and truly we have is it codependent like I think it's I don't know how to put it like codependent
Like we rely mostly on each other.
yeah we like most because most of the time when you go out alone without me I kind of feel
I feel scared.
I feel scared. I'll be thinking, oh my God, I wish I was not a go. As soon as me, my mind will be calm.
To be honest, when I was about to say that thing, and when you said it, because I didn't say it to you then, because I was scared. The thing is that I was like, you shouldn't say, why are you having those kind of battles? Like, when you go out alone without me, my mind be like, oh, your enemy is kidnapped. Oh, you entered a bomb boss. Maybe enemy has. So that's why, if I call you and you didn't pick up within a sec, oh my God, why did I allow to go? I should be the one to go.
Exactly.
Maybe we should have even go together. Yeah. Why did I have to go stay at home?
Exactly.
So, but when you now said it that it also happened to you, so I was like, even though when you're going, I'll be like, oh,
do you understand that most of the time, I don't know if you noticed, if you have to go like maybe like normal places, like, don't worry, let me go. You don't listen to that. I actually do that a lot. Like, but okay, maybe once go to like just try to do a shopping.
Maybe because we rotated, so that's
no,
why.
not even on the rotation part. May not just sometimes it's for more on me. Yeah, it's for more.
Do you really take notice?
No, you don't take notice. Sometimes if I say let me go, no, I don't want to go because I'm just having that kind of not like bad thought, but like I feel like so I've kind of feel like oh my God, like we both rely on each other. Because looking one of us, we are like okay, there was a time that you didn't follow me to the mosque, like the lecture. I was like, oh God, as soon as Kenny was here, she's going to give me support in this, and even
Exactly.
when I want to do something that is very like big, once you are there, I have this kind of confidence that
Exactly.
I'm going to do it very well. But once it's like it's only me, I kind of have this kind of feel like, oh my God, I wish Kenny was here. I wish Beauty was here. As soon as she was here, maybe You know,
Yeah.
like remember I told you the last time I went to the mosque that I couldn't even set normal ring light. I'm telling you for a fact, like I can't set the ring light. Like it was like I didn't know how to do it.
I just feel like, I mean, I have that phobia of like when you're going out, that it's kind of like scare me like sometimes, because I feel like we have like this cat and mouse fight. Is it cat and mouse? What they call this fight? But like it let us feel like, oh my god, if we get married, are we not going to feel each other that much? Like, you know, that kind of scared of, oh my god. Even though we are talking about, oh, we want to get married, sometimes I'm always scared. Like, not like I said I don't want to say, but I'm like, oh my god. So there's, you know, sometimes I think it is sometimes when we sleep, I'm like, so there's a day that we're not going to share the same bed again. Like, not because of a bad thing, not because you're dead or anything, but like, so there's a day that we're going to share this separate bed with separate people.
You know,
How was you going to feel?
I thought of that as well. You know, I
How's
was
it
thinking,
going to
now,
feel?
look now, whenever it comes to like doing our laundries, you know, we share it like, okay, you watch this. I was like, so the video that I'll be the only one doing my
But
laundries.
you know that thing, I actually pray for that one. I'll be like, oh my god, don't worry. You
Like,
start doing your laundry yourself.
no, you know, like, no, sometimes it's my, you know, when we have like issue, like, oh, you have to do it, you're the one that's supposed to do it. But not
Most
when we don't have
sometimes,
issue,
of
but
course.
just like, so the way they did it,
Yeah.
and
I
we
don't
share
think I
things.
don't take more of the laundry than more of like the sleeping,
Yeah, it's everything.
like
That's what I'm telling
talking,
you.
and
Like,
I'm like, oh my
okay,
god.
look now, we're sitting down here, like we're talking, you know, me and
Like
you.
it's,
Even though some,
but I feel like that's why I said, even though we are married, that does not mean that we are going separate.
yeah,
Like it's just still going to still be combined, because at the end of the day, we are going to see each other literally like every
every
day,
day,
and we're still going to chat. Thank
of
God for
course.
technology. We have
Yeah.
phones and video call that we can even like, even though
But I'm very
it was
sure,
good.
even when we're living together, we chat a lot. We do video call a lot. So I'm thinking,
One thing that I'm prepping myself for, or prepping myself for, is that I do know that our husband are going to be jealous of our relationship, because there's going to be some times whereby, you know, I might just be in the middle of that, be talking with you, yapping and
but I don't really
yapping.
think they'll be jealous, like jealous
Everybody
like
can
that.
be jealous
No,
of
I'm not thinking.
something.
I'm
I'm
not
not
saying they're
like
jealous.
he's
I feel like
jealous,
they'll
you
be
know.
proud.
No, proud, but you know, when you see some people that they are in love, what do you say? Oh my god, I'm so jealous of you. That doesn't mean maybe it's just like more
Yeah,
proud,
I
but
know, maybe because they're from single, like they're single person. So definitely they have to be like jealous, like,
of
oh my
course, now
god, you're
husband are
talking.
not twins. Of course, they'll be jealous
Yeah,
of our relationship.
yeah, that's true.
You're so funny. The way you keep twisting my word.
I'm not twisting your word. One time, you know, when you're person like jealous, I was just like, oh, you mean proud, like, you know, like,
That's
you know,
the same thing as I'm saying, but
exactly
you're
that's
talking
what.
like a no, not jealous.
No, I'm not putting it that way. Maybe you're the one that is taking that way. Or why am I just put myself that? Oh, like look now. Even though we're saying when we get married, even though we're gonna be seeing each other like every blessed day, because you know we're gonna be working together. You understand? But it's still gonna be different because
Of
you
course.
go into a different, or I'll go into a different house. You don't understand? Saying like, okay, we're looking now. You ask me, what do you want to eat? Ah, what should we eat this morning? You know, it has to be like,
It's gonna be
no,
with
I
another
can ask
person.
you like,
It can't
but
literally
it
be
can't
like
even
the
be
same
like the
thing.
same thing. You understand? Like,
I feel like that bond will still be it, because when we actually get married and have our kids, I feel like our kids will still have that kind of thing.
yeah,
Whereby they'll be like, Mom, no, I don't want to eat with you. I'm going to the second house to eat.
yeah.
What will our kids even call us?
I feel like I'll call us Big Mommy T and Big Mommy K.
I feel like, yeah, maybe first mommy and second mommy.
No, I don't want to have first and second. Just like someone asking that who is the other, who is the youngest.
No,
Who will be the
like,
first mommy?
no, like maybe you want to talk to me. Your children will call me second mommy. If my children want to call you, they'll call you second mommy.
No, it's a confuse. Imagine they come with a first mommy, both of them. It's kind of confusing.
Then what do we use? Maybe we
That's
just
why
use mommy.
mommy for what?
Mommy
Let's just say
T.
that mommy T, mommy
Oh, you
K.
said big mommy.
Yeah, and no mommy. It will be
Mommy
mommy
T.
mommy T, mommy K. No, I think that one really makes sense. So that when they come and say mommy T, my mommy T, my mommy K, you understand? Like I feel like our children are gonna be best of friends.
Of course.
And
Because
you know,
the things that you didn't allow, I feel like I'll be the most how should I put it? Uh I'll be the kind of aunt that she'll be like, oh my god, I don't want them to go to our place, because all those things that you see they shouldn't do, they're gonna do it
I
at my
don't think
place.
you're that kind of person.
No, I can be strict, but what I'm saying is that those extravagant things, for example, maybe say, oh, they shouldn't eat something. I'm the kind of person like when I'm
no, when
full
it
with,
comes to making all this
Rush something.
rush something. Yeah, they can learn them from you.
Mm.
But I think you kind of be. I can't say for now because there's a kid change people. You understand? I'm not saying shame that you will not be who you are. But you know,
Of course,
sometimes you'll be like,
but
oh my god, I'm gonna strike, I'm gonna do this, I'm
yeah,
gonna do that. And
but
when you
when
have
kids
kids,
come,
it's
kind of different.
it's kind of different. So you might be, but you're kind of person like you can be like the cool aunt. You don't understand, like the cool
I'll be
mommy.
the cool street aunts whereby they know that, oh my god, mommy K, I can't do this to mommy K because
She's
she's not
not
gonna
gonna take this.
she's not
But
gonna
I feel
take
like
this.
me, again, I'm gonna be like that.
We're gonna be the calm
Come
one,
on, like
the
the
kind of one that
kind.
indulge their indiscipline.
No, it's not indulge. I
No,
don't indulge
you
in
kind of
discipline.
indulge. You
I
might
feel
like
like
me.
no, I don't indulge in this.
Kind of indulge in discipline. You're the kind that will be like, oh my god, don't worry, I will not tell your mommy again. Don't worry.
Yeah, no,
Don't worry.
I'm gonna do that.
But I'm the kind that
No.
I don't want you to say I'm going to tell your mommy. I
But,
discipline them at
but
my
do you
own
think?
pace.
But do you think when we have kids, I want to ask you this question. Maybe, for example, your kid acts naughty. Let me say they act naughty. You understand? And they came to tell me. No, that's not what I want to say. Okay, let me put it this way. You understand how I put it? Let me say, for instance, your kid took something you told them not to like pick. You understand? And they came to tell me, and I was like, don't worry, I'm going to talk to her. And definitely, you've already warned them like twice. You understand? So, and when you came, it's like, oh my god, you picked this, and I was like, don't touch that kid. How will you
You
pick?
can't tell me such.
I can tell you such because they're also my kid.
Wait, is it your kid or is it my kid?
Your kid.
Okay, they did something and I was about to beat them. You're like, don't touch them.
Yes, and I'll stay like, don't touch them.
And I'll be like, okay, they're coming home to sleep. But no, I'm not going to touch them because you said I shouldn't touch them at that moment. So I'm not
You
going
know,
to
there's
touch
something
them.
like you.
I feel like that's what I'm saying.
look,
Like, I feel like they can
the
run to you
siblings.
they can run to you for like how should I
Cover.
call it? Cover. And you also can run to me for cover, whereby they know that, oh,
But they know that
if
we
I did
can
something
fight
bad,
each other on top of that matter.
of course we can have, I won't say fighting,
Like
more of like argument of
yeah.
no, she ate the ice cream. I don't think there's anything bad in it. And you're like, no, she has a toothache. So why is she eating? So I've not warned her. She took it behind me, and I'll be like, just leave her alone. She's not going to do that again. But after you go, my initial thing should be like, should discipline her, not in a way of like spanking or anything, but like just to tell her that don't do that again. You know what you did then is not good. But I want us to be like a safe place for our kids, whereby if they did something wrong, even though they know that mom is going to discipline, they will come to you and be like, oh, I know that she's not going to discipline me. I know that she will talk to me more calm, even though they know that what they did is
wrong.
It's wrong. So that way, they have a safe place to come to like, oh my god, what I did, that mom is gonna be angry. You know what? Let me just go to mommy T. Let me just go to a place so that way she can help me persuade mom or beg mom. You know, let me just go to mom. Wherever, even though if you're like, no, I'm not going to listen because I've warned her or I've on them separate, I'm like, you know what, just come back. I'll be like, you know what, she's not going to be able to sleep at your house today. She's sleeping at my place.
But then I can, yeah.
She's sleeping at my place today, and you have no choice than to just surrender. Like, okay, even though you're going to be like, maybe when she comes back, I'll discipline. But by the time they comes, you know, the anger has already like filtered, and you know, there's no way. Even though I'm like, I know, just leave her alone. It's sticky. I've already disciplined her for you. Even though I didn't touch her, even though I didn't talk to her, I'm like, I've already disciplined her for you. Like, oh, I've already disciplined her for you. Oh, I've already
But
disciplined
then
for you.
most of the time we can both agree on the same thing for our kids.
Even though
I feel like we can both gang up on them.
Yeah, we can both gang up on them. I know that. But for sure, one thing I know is that, like I said, we do have, if we do have, even though we are the same, we still have a split in the personality.
Of course.
And I feel like our personality comes to play in what we do. Like, for example, like me, I'm the kind of, oh, but you're kind of, even though it takes a lot for you to come out of character, even though you come out of character sometimes, but not like, it has to be something that has. So I know that even though we agree on the same time, oh, that what he did, but even though I was like, oh, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to seize his laptop. I'm going to
I
seize
really want to say
I'm
no.
like, there's no need of seizing the laptop. I feel like you should just leave it alone. So I feel like that's why I said that personality will come to play in that role. Whereby even though we gang up on them, like, I know that's nonsense. Don't seize his laptop, just seize his phone alone. You know, we don't seize his computer, seize his sneakers. So like it's going to be like at least I still get half punishment instead of getting the full punishment. So that's what I think. Or you'd be like, that's not the way we can train them. Let's just do it in another way. You know, you can't these kids. So like I feel like that is going to be one of
I can't wait for that time.
I can't just wait for that phase of life.
Yeah, I think it's very beautiful. May God keep all of us today. Like I just can't wait for like because I know like when we're talking outside, I think we've already said it before. If you have two kids and I have two kids, basically we both have 4 kids.
Of course.
Like if someone asked me outside, or we did an interview, say,
how
many kids? Like you're not even there are
They
moments I'll say I have 4 kids because biologically, even scientifically, your kids are mine because
yeah.
they carry half of my DNA with them. So it's kind of like sweet, having them together
Most
in the
things I feel
stomach.
like it's going to let us have like our own big family. Does it make
Yeah,
sense? Like because your family, my family join together will give it like
the
big
big
family. So our
family.
kids like grow up together.
The reason I feel like that is because you
You know
don't
that
understand like
you know
what we
that
show.
proudness. The proudness of my mom is a twin and they look identical. Like you need to see my mom's. Like and I feel like the more they grow up, that's what I'm saying, when they're still little, they don't still know the importance of
Yeah,
having two moms.
moms.
But the more they start growing up to that teenage years, they started having that importance. Oh my god, you don't know, I have two mommies,
Mm.
even though if they ask them at school, how many mom and like how
Then they
many mommy
write about your mom. They
mom, they
write
write
about
about
two
two
moms.
moms and they write about like two dads, like something like that. So that's the thing that I'm like I look forward to most in life. I feel like right now we've actually experienced a lot of things together, and I can't wait for us to
So,
experience like the
married
married
life,
life, the motherhood,
motherhood.
the career life.
Yeah,
Whereby when people work on the house, they know that they have two bosses.
yeah.
Like the household bosses, whereby that's what I'm saying. It's just going to be like the same, just different from motherhood. Whereby some employees will be like, "Oh my god," if I say, "Oh, you're fired," they can say, "Oh my god, let me just have it that twin sister." Even though you don't agree with that, you can still persuade me or pacify me, like, I know what she did. No, she's gonna be fine because she did this, and I know she did that. But
They
you know
can
what?
just take out like 2 hours
Maybe
salary
suspension
session.
instead of I don't thank you, ma. I don't even care about that suspension. At least I'm not fired. That kind of whereby you be like, don't tell my twin sister if I said I fire you because I know that if you tell her, and this kind of thing. Like I just can't wait for those things, and I feel like I can't wait for everything in particular. So when someone kind of think about the future, it kind of makes someone sad. Not like sad about, but that's this happy moment where you be like, oh my god, I can't just wait for it to just
Happen.
happen immediately.
Like, and I feel like for our husbands, I feel like to them, because definitely they're going to be best friends because we'll be the one to make them a best friend, even
Yeah.
if they're not best friend. But I feel like their own is not really down only much because definitely they're gonna follow us the wives
I
because
don't
whatever we
know.
say
I
is
feel
what they
like
will
maybe
agree on.
tomorrow we're going to go on live by 12 p.m.
In
I
the
feel like
afternoon.
yeah, in the afternoon because I feel like the last time we went on live that we had the most views was in the afternoon,
Yeah.
around 12 or something, and we
Yeah.
did it for like I think 2 hours.
I remember the
Then
last time we went to Semi's wedding too. We actually have views and it was in the afternoon. It was around 1, 2.
really,
Yeah.
I can't even record that.
No.
So because as I said, we keep talking about topics so that way we don't feel bored.
I don't really football because it's just like the normal chatting that we
Yeah,
do
that we do
every
at
day.
home. So as you can
As you
see,
can see,
this
those
was
are
the
the
same.
name. The,
And I think this one was it not in the afternoon when we did this football bank
it was in the evening.
in the evening.
Yes.
So we just have to walk around the clock and see the one that works most for us. We walk around the clock and see the one that works most.
I feel like around time like this, around time like this, it's kind of like I feel like just because of the time zone, it's kind of different.
Yeah.
But when it's around like 3,
3
4,
a.m.,
3
4 a.m.
a.m., 4 a.m.,
Yeah.
we have like a lot of
Yeah,
people.
that's why
Let me check
sometimes
if it's not glitching.
okay.
Like if it's not glitching.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think it's busy. But as you can see, no one joined right now. So that's what I'm saying. So we'll have to try. And I feel like sometimes 6 again in the morning,
Yeah, 6.
a lot of people
All
come.
those 6, 7.
And I feel like the most time that some people come, I remember that when a lot of people join was around like 4
4
a.m., 3
a.m.,
a.m.
3 a.m.
So maybe
Because
the
I could
next time
remember
that
then
we're going
that
to come on live is going to be around those time instead of this time. So we'll just postpone it. I don't feel like we'll be able to come 3 a.m. today because right now I'm sneezing a lot and I need to take cold medicine, so I'll have to go and sleep. So, but I feel like tomorrow, so we're going to come around like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying like 4 a.m. just to check again and see.
Yesterday, I think around that time, yeah, I think around like 5, 6 people joined us because that was when we have athletics adventures. There are 5, 6,
When did we come
5.
yesterday? That was in the evening when
No,
I
day
think.
one. We're talking about day one.
When did we join in the one?
The day
I
one
can't
was
remember
in the
when.
evening around 5.
Yeah.
Do you remember like I remember that those times we still have like people joining.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe that's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
We'll start now. We're going to come 12 p.m.,
PM.
3 a.m.,
PM.
6 p.m., and then
I think that's the time that we're gonna follow.
6
Those three
6
times.
a.m.
Yes, you see. I feel like
Yeah.
if we start by 3
I feel
or
like in life, the more we get to know the YouTube algorithm,
of course.
and maybe because oh my God, one of our flashlight already off, so I feel like we'll be ending the live soon.
Yeah.
That's
why I put it like this. You put it this way.
No, I don't want us to put it
Okay.
this way. Just want to sit in 12, so let me just
Then
not.
go off.
I think the make your face look nauseous.
No, they say laugh through the pain. I've never had that.
Don't worry, we're sleeping together. What do you?
You can't transfer. I'm not taking it. I'm not going through with this one that you've already transferred for me. And done
My face is like this.
it. Once it's 40 minutes, just go.
40 minutes.
Yeah.
Now you got me counting the time. You know what? Let me just count it. Okay, maybe.
Mhm. Your face and my face. How they used to say there's light at the end of the tunnel.
All this life, people are gonna watch it. Then we'll be a big celebrity. I'm gonna be like, oh my God, look at them.
You don't understand like when we come back and like, oh gosh. No one's making me laugh. Oh gosh,
We're gonna make edit out of this.
yeah. It's going to be good and better. How does it feel to be God's favorite?
It feels as if your head was kind of bowed than mine.
As I do, as I, the way I wind up like this, I'm seeing you like this. This is how you used to look.
Oh,
You. It's look that way.
okay. It's 40 minutes already, guys.
So guys,
Thank you so much
thank you
for
so much
staying
with us.
with us. We love you
So,
guys. In in the morning,
yeah,
in the
in the
afternoon,
afternoon.
in the afternoon.
Why do you have to end it with that?
Oh my God, these mosquitoes do not come into play. So see you guys in the afternoon. Adios. How do I end this?
Ah.